Here from comicbook.com, and I have the esteemed pleasure to talk to Sasha Banks, WWE superstar and star in The Mandalorian. How are you?
I'm awesome, thank you.
That's got to be pretty cool to say, right?
It's so crazy, but it has to be the other way around. It has to be Mercedes Varnado because I'm playing these roles. Because for me personally, it's just so crazy. Still right now, I'm still pinching myself that this is all so real. Because Star Wars is just such the biggest universe that you can ever just jump yourself into. But of course, playing the role of Sasha Banks, if I do it like a legit boss, then I got it. So I'm so thankful. And the episode was incredible. And what an introduction to this whole new world of the Star Wars galaxy.
Definitely. And of course, we could not have this without a little Baby Yoda love. So he is representing the boss right here. He's rocking the glasses.
Oh, thank you. I love that.
His ears are too big, and so they wouldn't like fit over. So he's like doing like full on different world style. He's just like rocking them up.
I love that. That is cool. I need to do that as well.
Well, let's get started with kind of just, you personally in the geek space. You know, we all have that certain movie or show or event that kind of first gets us into the geek fandom. What was that first love for you, and why did it resonate with you so much?
My first thing wasn't Star Wars. It was Sailor Moon. Instantly, when I was maybe like 5 years old, I started watching Sailor Moon, and I had no idea of what time was or anything, but it always came on at 6 a.m. in the morning. But I would stay up all night just because I would know it would come out like sometimes dark, sometimes in the morning. I had no idea, but I had to stay up and watch my Sailor Moon because I thought I was just like Serena. I was a meatball head. I was clumsy. I was always late for school. And she really taught me how to believe in myself, my own powers, and the powers of the universe and the moon. So still to this day, she is my favorite. And I can't believe how much she's played a role in my life. But I remember watching Star Wars as a kid and loving little Anakin Skywalker because I was a kid as well. So don't think I'm a creep, okay? And then he's so cute. I was like, look at this little 8-year-old. I'm 8 too. He is adorable. I wish he was my boyfriend. And my brother used to love Darth Maul. So I used to paint his face for Halloween and put my little jiu-jitsu gi over his head and just wrap it around with the thing. I'm like, okay, you're Darth Maul, zoom, 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 go ahead. But then I just loved wrestling as a kid. That I wasn't a nerd for anything but WWE. That was my do or die or everything. As you can see, that was my choice and my profession. And as I can say, I am one of the greatest of all time. So it's just been such a incredible journey of just kind of like going like this. I think the next on my bucket list has to be something with Sailor Moon. Then I'm going to be like, oh, what?
I mean, yeah,
right?
Absolutely. That's got to be the next thing. That's got to be like a live action movie, and that's got to happen.
Oh my God. Sailor Jupiter.
I'm just throwing that out there. that needs to happen.
That would be so crazy. Let's put that out there. It has to be awesome though.
Yes, absolutely. Well, and we are comicbook.com, of course, and superheroes and this goes to like Sailor Moon, all kinds of superheroes are just taking over. Feels like, especially before 2020 kind of put a halt to everything, but like movies and TV shows and games, they're just everywhere. Is there a DC or Marvel? Because now you've had Star Wars on your resume. So is there a DC or Marvel hero or villain that you would love to bring to life someday?
I wore this Superman shirt just for you.
Nice.
But I'm not going to choose him.
Oh,
so
swerve.
Something. I want to play Batman.
Really?
Yeah, why not? Let me go all in, do something different, choose something, switch it up, and let me be the baddest mother effer in all of the universe. I think he's so awesome and always so hot. And I know that I'm a female, but let me put my own little twist to it. Okay. I know, don't call it Batman. I know Batwoman, but let me just be Batman. Okay.
I agree. I think that's a golden idea. Yeah. And we
I
could
think
always
so.
use more Batman. All right. It's not like there's like 90 Batman books. It's fine.
It's not like we told that story before, right?
Exactly. I've seen those pearls fly. Oh my God, so many times.
Let's see how it feels as a woman's perspective of how that happened to her, right?
I love it. I love it. And, in addition to the Superman shirt, and you've also had, Wonder Woman gear in the ring. So, I mean, the DC love, you've shown the DC love. So is there another character or franchise we could see represented, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania gear at some point down the line? Do you have someone in the list?
No, it just depends on if a movie is hitting me at that moment. I wanted to do Black Panther gear for WrestleMania. But then I felt like a lot of people were doing that kind of thing and theme, and I always want to be different and stand out. So I don't know. I think, again, if I would have to go back to Batman, I think something really, really leather, and I don't need the abs. I don't need the abs.
Yeah, there's no George Clooney needed here.
I think a Catwoman would be badass in the ring.
Yes. Oh man, now that's awesome. See, all DC fans are going to get so excited. They're going to watch every pay-per-view just looking.
Okay, I'll do it.
Well, and moving over to the realm of video games, the New Day, your buddies, the New Day, recently got themselves immortalized in Gears 5, which looked crazy.
Dope. I got to see them in rehearsals for SmackDown. And seeing them in that armor, in that gear, I was like, oh my God. Like, these guys are my friends. So just seeing the joy on their face, it's so cool. My gosh.
That's so cool. And that armor, that gear looked incredible. So is there a game on your list that you want to be a playable character in someday?
I would love to do my own version of Perfect Dark. I've always been obsessed with that game, and I think me as a character would just be so mystique and unique and badass, and I'll just go, bam, you're done. Gotcha, Matthew. You see, let's make that game right now. That's how good I am.
Hey, the Xbox needs some exclusives. It's been away for a minute. It's perfect. I think the timing works out perfectly for that.
Let's do it. 2021 coming.
This is golden ideas, by the way. This whole interview is just like gold.
You are making me more money. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I'm so glad to help. As you can clearly see from my background, I have several collecting vices, whether it's pops or figures or everything. So much to my wife's chagrin. What is that collecting thing for you? Is it shoes? Is it toys? Like, what is it for you that you have to cop the day it comes out?
I'm not like that for anything.
Really?
I can be really patient. I can wait. And because I'm really, really cheap. So if you're not sending it to me for free, and if it's something that I really, really want and it has to go out a little bit on sale, then I can wait. Because why do I need it right? It's just always going to be there. But I always have my own action figures everywhere. I don't know if you can see it. I have Eddie Guerrero collections. Oh, I love Eddie Guerrero. And we have Funko Pops everywhere, but my husband loves that stuff. But I'm really, really picky. And I have a lot of shoes, but I need to get rid of some things. So there's nothing. Well, you know what? I'll take that back. I am a girl and I love collecting makeup. I have way too much. Can you help me out?
So you do have a vice.
I'm looking at my room right now. I'm like, whoa, girl, it's right in front of you. That's life. It's right in front of you. That my makeup is my vice.
We're teaching life lessons here as well. See, okay, so we have to address Ryu's Instagram account is priceless.
Thank you.
It's amazing. He's already become Black Panther.
Ryu, Maivia.
When do we get a Baby Yoda costume? Like, when does he get the little carrier? Like, when does this happen?
Okay, so that wasn't Ryu. I just saw that picture and he posted it. He's like, Mommy, I want this. He posted it himself. It wasn't me. So that's up to you. He didn't say that was him. He just said, but true. Got you.
That's true. That's
but that was his. That was Black Panther from South Africa, Corgi. That was his friend over there. So that he reposted it. But I wanted to get him a Yogi a Yoda costume, but I thought it might have been a little too much because it is, all too much.
It's a little obvious, and I
It's just
feel
a
like
little, it's obvious. Like I want to do it, but I just thought if people just know, I'll walk out the street, they'll be like, "You that girl?" I'll be like, "Yeah, that's me. That's me." And I like to be not so much seen.
exactly, yeah. So it's okay to be subtle. Yeah,
Well,
I lack subtlety, as you can see in the back.
you know what? You keep that collection. That's all you.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Well, and I will make sure to bring it up to him personally. That is his account. You are correct.
It's
so
his,
I will follow up. I will follow up. He can expect an email.
You have to interview him.
My 10-month-old has a theme in her nursery, and it's women of power, and along with like Wonder Woman, like Kimberly from the Power Rangers, RBG. You were there in your action figure as in that Wonder Woman gear, and it's important to set examples early, right? I'm hopping on that train early. For you, you have so many fans of all ages, but also a lot of younger fans. What advice would you give to your younger fans on just finding their voice?
Oh, well, congratulations on your baby.
Thank you.
To find your voice, understand it changes every single day. And it's good to understand and accept that. We grow and we learn, and our voices change because we change our minds all the time. And that is okay. But to really find your power and to find your voice, you have to know deep down within yourself that you hold it. You hold the keys in your own power and your own success. So just know, by being yourself, by giving good energy, by only knowing that you can chase your dreams and not letting anybody stop you, that's when you can find your power, and that's when you can find your voice, because everybody's voice is different and your voice changes every single day. I'm hearing my voice today. I'm like, girl, you sound like a guy. What happened? Here, I'm drinking my tea like, me. Okay, now my voice sounds like it was yesterday, but I'm trying to go into the future, Always live present, always be who you want to be, and just don't ever take no for an answer, because life is too short and you just have to be happy always.
Thanks, Drake. No, that's great advice. And, we're kind of talking about, women of power. Evolution 2 was huge, and it was such a great event. It did so well with the fans. It got such a great response to that. A sequel kind of seemed like a no-brainer, like that's just going to happen. And we haven't gotten it yet. So, looking at the first one, and if there is a second one, are there any tweaks, anything that you would change or add to for a second one? And why haven't we gotten it yet, do you feel?
I think just having a second one would be just different in itself. The only tweak I would have is just don't have the same card.
Yeah, for real.
I would have it, maybe not have it in New York. That's my only tweak. Can you have it closer to my house? Because that would make me happy. But I have no idea why we have not had Evolution 2. We have more than enough, and we have the top of the top, up the crop of the crop of the women's division in the WWE. We have the best all over the world. So for me, I absolutely want to see it. And I can only just keep on manifesting it, because I don't understand why we haven't had a second one, because the first one was so incredible. And I thought it was just so unique and different. And the fans that were there just really gave so much love and support, because they're the one that have been behind us this whole time. So I think women's wrestling is really better than the men all the time, because that's what I do. Every time I go out there, people are like, Sasha Banks is number one. I'm like, duh. So I don't understand why we don't. So keep on manifesting it. Keep on tweeting Vince McMahon. I'll keep talking to him because he's my best friend. And hopefully we can get one in 2021.
Awesome. Well, I know I am coming up on time here, so I cannot thank you enough for taking the time to talk and geeking out with me. It was a pleasure, and all the success in the world on The Mandalorian and in WWE and everything else. And thank you so much, Mercedes, for joining us.